The hum of the city echoed beneath Daniel Morgan's towering office. The sky was turning amber, the last blush of day fading behind glass and steel. Daniel stood quietly, his reflection split between the city lights and the emptiness inside him. He was a man of many titles: visionary, investor, CEO of one of the fastest-growing tech companies in North America. But tonight, in the silence of his office, all those titles felt meaningless. The email came in with a quiet ping. The sender, Emily Whitmore. He hesitated before opening it. The subject line read, "Annual Gala, RSVP confirmed?" Daniel sighed. Of course. Her charity gala. The biggest event on Manhattan's social calendar. He'd attended every year they were together. Flashbulbs, champagne, velvet gowns, and now, he'd be arriving alone. He hovered over the delete button, but curiosity got the better of him. The message was brief, but the sting was sharp. "I assume you'll come alone. You always did have trouble keeping up. Emily." The glass in his hand trembled slightly. She was baiting him. And it worked. Daniel wasn't the kind of man who bowed to shame. And he certainly wasn't going to let Emily, now engaged to an old-money billionaire, enjoy parading her new life while he stood in a corner like a discarded suit. No. If she wanted a show, he'd give her one. He needed a date. Not just any date, a woman who could turn heads, raise eyebrows, and shatter whatever image Emily had of him still being behind. The only problem? He had no one. Chapter 2, A Girl Named Clara. Across the street, through a rainy window, Daniel's eyes landed on a tiny cafe, Maggie's Corner. A soft yellow light poured onto the sidewalk. Inside, a young woman wiped tables while reciting something under her breath. She wore no makeup, her curls barely contained in a messy bun, and her jeans looked like they'd lived through better times. She didn't notice him watching. But something about her, something raw and unaffected, held his attention. Without thinking, he grabbed his coat and headed across the street. She glanced up as he entered, startled, her hazel eyes narrowing. "We close in 20 minutes, she said. "I'm not here for coffee." He walked up to the counter. "I have a very strange request." She raised an eyebrow. "That's not creepy at all." He smiled. "I'll pay you $6,000 to be my date to a formal gala tonight. No strings, no expectations. I just need someone real." She blinked, caught between confusion and curiosity. "Is this a joke?" He pulled out his phone, opened his business profile, and handed it over. Her eyes widened slightly. "You're Daniel Morgan." "The Daniel Morgan?" He nodded. "Unfortunately." She studied him. "Why me?" He looked at her earnestly. "Because you're not rehearsed. You don't look like everyone else. I need that tonight." She chuckled. "This is insane." "Agreed. But are you in?" She hesitated for a moment. Then shrugged. "Fine. But I want a fancy D."